It has been much needed. Yeah, it hit me too. Let's place it right over here. Whew, we're gonna have to go in. It's blowing. Yeah, I think we gotta go in. Well, I just thought I'd bring y'all out here to my backyard and let you see the pond that is now my backyard. Yeah, Hurricane Debbie has decided to hover over us. And I like the rain, y'all. I love rain, but I like for it to just spread out and not all just dumped. But you can't have cake and eat it too sometimes, so but thank the Lord for the rain. And hopefully everybody will be safe. This camera sat out for a while. This is my new setup, y'all. Please excuse the mess in the back. People bring stuff in and they don't take it back out. And it's not me. And it just becomes a mess and it needs a big clean up. Now, we'll tell you. It is so hot out here. I'm ready for a fire, but I can't do a fire to burn all these boxes right now because it's just so hot. But anyway, this is my new setup. It's a video camera, and I got a microphone with it. Yay! So we're trying it out today and see how it works. So here's what I've been doing this week. Me and the grandkids. Abel has helped me, and Elizabeth helped me. Silas has done a few things, I think, but it's mainly Abel. He's been the biggest help. Yeah, the other ones are in school, and he don't have time to I don't have a lot to do after he finishes his little school, so he likes to follow you around. So I put him to work. He helped me plant some more plants, so hopefully we can get them to grow. There was a bunch of morning glories on that rose bush there. There's still some hanging, but they're dead. Silas helped me get those up, and then he fed them to the donkey. So there's a lot to do yet, y'all. I understand that, but you got to start somewhere. And so here is the way the trees are looking. Randy had told me that tree right there he wanted. Before he died, he said, we need to take it down because it's leaning. And it's leaning a lot more now. But he's right. So come wintertime, the trees are going to be firewood for us. But it looks so much better. I can sit on my back porch and see the trees in the distance. There's still some dog funnels that's got to be taken care of. And but I'm so proud of what Daniel's got done today. And took a couple of loads of trash off, and now he's putting down the tarp. He's got some of the weed eating done around the edges, and so he's wanting to put down tarp and try to keep the weeds out, I reckon. So anyway, he's still out here working at it, and he got that bed cleaned out. But I think we're gonna do away with that bed. I think eventually we're going to put the sand in some of these other beds here and do away with that one. And so goodbye trees and goodbye my first bed that Randy built. Yep. Can't hold on to some things forever, so that's what we're doing. Welcome to the back porch at nighttime. Oh, we're catching Daniel in the garden again.
And it's not spring either.
Nope. He come out a couple weeks ago and worked out here. And then last week he had to go help Andrew. So he's been doing some other stuff this morning. It rained a little bit. So now he's out pulling his tomato plants out. I think we're going to move that one, get rid of it. So he's going to take the dirt and put them in these beds. And so now he's just pulling weeds and tomato plants up. Did you see what he just did? He just threw that at us. It's lovely out here today. It's a little warm now. Sun's come out, but it's still lovely out here. I don't know if y'all having problems where y'all at, but mosquitoes have been really bad this year. Well, Daniel's on his knees. He's working on the lawnmower. It's raining out of all things. And we thought it was the belt, but it's the pulley. Part of the life, ain't it? You think you don't have it fixed and ends up being something else. We just replaced the belt. But the pulley broke the belt, so. So Daniel, tell him what's going on in our life right now.
Well, trying to get some side jobs going. That way I can have some extra income. So.
And he's going to do small engine repair because he went to school for that a few years ago. And
yep.
So
small engine repair, pump work.
Whatever it takes to make the ends meet.
I thought about trying to get into a little bit of forging, metallurgy, making knives and stuff like that.
So wish us well. If you believe in prayer, pray for us because we definitely need it.
And I got a lot of work ahead of me. Oh, this has got to be cleaned up.
Good morning. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. The sun is shining. It's a gentle breeze. It's about 73 degrees, and so yeah, it's beautiful. And I just came over to check on Randy's grave, and everything's fine. Our power went out yesterday, and we got power back in last night about 8:30, so we had 15 hours of no power. But we have Randy's old light tower, which is a generator, and Daniel plugged up the well to it, so we had water, and then he plugged up one of my refrigerators to it. And he was tired, and so he'd been working on a generator, 2 generators we had, and they weren't working, so he's got to work on those. But so we went ahead and plugged up. I have 2 freezers and another refrigerator, so we went ahead and plugged those up. And well, he didn't plug the one refrigerator up. He was going to. He plugged the little lights up on the back porch for us, and that way we could have. Andrew and Leah bought supper for us all to sit and eat. So we sit out there in the dark and ate Chick-fil-A and had lights. And so it was really nice. And I have some little solar lights that I bought years ago. And I pulled them out. And the kids they just couldn't get over. They're beautiful. They sparkle. And there are lights at the bottom, but there's aluminum around them. And that just helps makes the light go out more. And so as they got dark, Andrew and him had bought them a generator to put their refrigerator and freezer on and run the camper. And so they were taking care of that, and Daniel had went to help Andrew. And so I went inside and we put the light. They blow the little lights. You blow it up. It's hard to explain, but you blow air into it, and it makes it about that thick. But the lights are at the bottom, and you flip it over and put it outside in the sun, and let it. And the solar lights, the sun charges it. And so we had put them. The youngest 2 went with me, and we got them, and we put them on the car and let them charge for several hours. And then that night we went in there and we just put them around the living room. And oh my goodness, I should have videotaped it, but they were dancing all over the place. They just loved that light. It was dark in there, but there was enough light they could see each other, and it just had a ball. We was sitting there all of a sudden about 8:30, and it took me a moment to realize what happened. I had one lamp on in the living room, and it came on. And I said, we got power. And when I did, the look on Abel's face scared that child to death. He was so funny. He, you could just see the terror on his face. I scared him is what it was. And so then we went outside and we cut the big light on so everybody would see, we got power. And they started dancing around, and we started singing, praise the Lord, we got lights, praise the Lord, we got. They just had a ball, and it was just a good time. So in the midst of bad things, we could always find something good, especially when you got children around. They are going to find a way to make you laugh. And so I had them all day yesterday, and Andrew and Leah, when things calmed down a little bit, they had to go to work. And so I had them, and we played games. They played on the floor with their toys. Elizabeth, oh my goodness, that child. Her mama bought her sketch pad. She's 6 now. She bought her little sketch pad, and she must have used 10, 15 pages out of that thing like yesterday, making pictures and drawing. And she got into my tape. But she just entertained herself for hours with that thing. And I said, great day, this child is the way I love to paint. She's going to go beyond me. And Abigail drew a horse, and I should show it to you, but I'm at Randy's grave. I'm not at the house. But she did a really good job drawing that horse. And so, yeah, we just had a really good time. And I thank the Lord for keeping his hand on us all. And I know there's still many, because without power, they said there was 1.4 or either 3 million in South Carolina that did not have power. And there's still many around, and even around in our area, that don't have power. But usually we're on the end of the power line on the service. So usually we're the last ones to get service. I know, probably, let's see. It's probably been 15, 20 years ago. We had ice storm. For about a week, we were out of power. And up the road Scott was on that line. Up the road is a store, and they had power. I could stand on my front porch and look down the road that's in front of my house, and they all had power. And we sat without power for a week. We were on the end of the line, and they had to get it fixed. And then it was funny because Daniel was probably 8 or 9, maybe 10. And we had lanterns, and we would sit at the table at night because entertaining ourselves, and they'd play games, and which our family played a lot of board games and card games and stuff. But we just done that every night to entertain ourselves for hours. And that day we went to work with Randy, and we come home, and it was really too cold to work. We just had to go to the job site. And we came home, and the electricity come on, and Daniel just dropped to the floor and started crying. I don't want the power to come back on. He was having such a good time. So when you got those kind of situations, it is always a blessing to have kids around. And I thank the Lord for them. But I think I've just updated y'all. We have power now. I got a nice warm shower this morning. It was so nice. I was picking at the kids yesterday. We had water because Daniel had it going on the generator. I said, well, we have water. We can take a shower. It'll just be cold. And they all got talking, I like a warm bath. I like a warm bath. I said, well, you just have to take what you can get sometimes. But we all got warm baths today, so that was a blessing. So I hope if you have don't have power, I hope you get it soon if you're watching. And for you that have been praying for us, thank you so much. The storm actually, the eye of the storm came closer than what they thought, and that's why we had more devastation than what we thought we were going to have. To be honest with you, I've always, well, I was going to tell you bye, but I'm going to add this too. I've always bought the milk and the, well, I don't drink milk no more. I drink almond milk, but the bread and stuff, I always bought that ahead of time. And I didn't buy any of that this time because they said it was going further away, so I just thought we'd be safe. But you know, I miss that man so much because, well, Daniel done what Randy would have done. Daniel got the light tower, got the pump hooked up, got the freezers going and the refrigerator. But Randy, he would always start when he knew it was coming. He would always go get the vehicles. I got a half a tank of gas, and the gas is getting hard to get. But he would always go get the vehicles and fill every one of them up. And then get the tanks, gas cans and stuff, and fill them up in the diesel and stuff. And so Daniel was doing that. He did go fill his car up yesterday because he was having to run around a lot trying to get the piece for the pump to plug into the generator. So because he couldn't find the one Randy had. But anyway, we got it, and I said, we'll put this stuff up into a container and put emergency on it so we'll don't have to run like that next time, and we'll have it right at hand. But, you know, it's just, this was the first hurricane that we'd had that mounted to anything since 2018. And we had, if you can see, that's peanuts now. The farmers got it planted, but we were planted in that field. We planted our first year of corn, and the hurricane come in and flattened it. And it was devastating. You should have seen them out there trying to get that corn up. And I tried to help Randy, but I wasn't too good. But it was something else. So this one was the first one without him. And I miss the things that he done for me. I miss the things that he does for me on a day-to-day basis. But it's like with the little solar lights. I try to explain to the grandkids. Now, I know that anything that I have is because of the Lord. The Lord has provided for us. But he provided Randy the ability to and knowledge to work, to make money, to buy those things. So I always tell the kids, well, we have these lights because Granddaddy worked and made money so that we could buy these. And so I tell them that's Granddaddy's way of taking care of us, because that's what Randy did. And so just like with the air compressor, it was Granddaddy's work thing, but that was, again, a way that Granddaddy gave to us to help take care of us. And so it's just, bittersweet. But it's those little things that you miss. You don't miss a hot shower till you don't have one. You don't miss the lights until you don't have them. And like yesterday, I refused to open my refrigerator and my freezers until I got electricity on them, because I figured the freezers will stay shut and stay frozen longer. The refrigerator, if you open them, you're letting your air out altogether, because they're not going to be as cold. So once we got power on that one, I did take stuff out the other one and put it in that one, so that my milk and heavy cream and eggs and cottage cheese, things I eat, I wanted to really save those, so that's what we done. And it's just, I thank God for Daniel, because he has been a blessing. He really has. Scott came over, Andrew and Leo, and the youngest was there, and then, like I said, Andrew and him had to go to work. But Daniel worked all day. He was constantly doing, trying to get everything situated, because this is the first time he said he got the generator. We hadn't run it in a while, and he said, he got it running. He said, I don't know how to hook up the pump. He's never done it like that. I know Randy had done it, and I knew we had water, but I didn't know how he done it. I didn't go out there with him. It was raining. So, Scott, he talked to Scott, and Scott told him, well, you need what to do. And so now he knows how to do it. I mean, it's just one of those things he had to learn how to do, and he done it. And Abigail said, is Uncle Daniel ever going to sit down? And I said, probably not. He's got a lot to do. So he finally sat down last night around 9. Yeah, it was around 9, because he went to work today again with Andrew, and he went to bed at 9:30, so he was wore out. And then this morning, I have to tell you this. This morning at 4:30, or almost 5, I got up and went to the restroom, and I went to flush the toilet, and it didn't flush. And there was no water to wash my hands. So I started going there and tell Daniel, we ain't got no water. But I said, no, he'll wake up. He'll see there's no water. He'll fix it. I figured maybe he didn't hook a wire right or something back up outside. And it took me a long time to go back to sleep. I finally did. I said, well, I'm going to sleep as long as I can. And about that time, I heard somebody tiptoeing in my bedroom. You have to come and open the door and come out of my bedroom and go into my bathroom, because that's where the well breaker is. He had forgot to cut the breaker back on. We had water because we had enough water in the tank, but he didn't cut the breaker on. And so that's why at 7 o'clock this morning, 7:30, he had to come in there and cut the breaker on. So after that, it was okay. I like having water. So I'm going to quit rambling. I've been rambling too much now. Y'all take care. Let me know if you have power or not, and y'all stay safe. Take care, and God bless.